What's up, guys? It's Shani with Healing Elements here to give you guys a reading for Libra season. This reading is for Aries. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising for Libra season, which runs about from September 22nd to October 22nd, thereabout. So, this is for the energy for you guys. Anything that can help you, of course, encourage you, maybe validate anything you've been feeling. Just wanted to shout you out and let you know everybody is feeling the electricity. There's a lot of, of course, chaos going on in the world and all around us interpersonally. There's just a lot of, an upswing and uptick of energy that is extremely powerful, and everybody is processing it in their own way. So let's see what kind of maybe positive affirmations again or advice, any kind of validity that this reading can give. Again, for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And it's out of quite a few decks. Some of them are new. I have some cute ones at the end. They're pets. They're little positive affirmations. We have the right there, the Shaman, Spirit Animal cards, the Lady Goddess deck by Ann Shen. It's gorgeous. I'll be reading, of course, the Angels and Ancestors from Kyle Gray. Get you some messages out of also one of my new decks, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So we will get you a variety of different messages. I've been loving doing that. This one is your postcard from Spirit, guys. And Aries, it says, Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, right? This is a theme, I think. Like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward now and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Beautiful message, Aries. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. Amen. They are essential for co creating your world. Yes, goddess and gods, did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep, deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? I'm sure you did, Aries. You guys really have the spiritual, power behind you, and a lot of beautiful Aries have been inspiring for me. Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you cannot possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you, Aries. Aries, Sun, Aries, Moon, Aries, Rising. What a beautiful, powerful message. I know that I can relate to that as well. Pisces Sun, but yes, I can relate, and it's beautiful, guys. That was beautiful. So the next ones we will go to is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. This is by Kyle Gray, and get you the bulk of your spread out of these. Guys, the first card we got is beautiful. Okay, so the Crow. The Crow, if you want to take a look at my playlist, the Spirit Animal playlist, I do have a video on the Crow. And in this deck, I think it's fabulous. This card is titled Autumn, and it has a crow on it. And it is, of course, autumn as I film this. It is the end of September 2021. A lot is going on. And this is a very deep card asking you to release what you are harboring as, subconscious energy and be true to your feelings, be true to yourself, right? It asks you to open up and truly guide yourself into a place in which you're being really open, honest, and the crow, one of the symbols or meanings to the spirit animal of the crow is being truthful. And there we have beautiful card, Father Sky. This card asks you to trust in the unknown. So a lot of trust issues, right, with you, Aries. If there's something that you are considering, if you're suspecting, if you are really kind of have a inkling that something's going on behind your back, really it's telling you can trust these instincts, not any kind of jumping to conclusion, paranoid type of assumptions. But this is truly telling you not only to trust in the unknown, which is your gut instinct, your intuitive guidance. It's trusting what is unseen. The unknown can be considered heaven, the realms beyond this one, the dimensions, this kind of thing. So Aries, you're having a lot of those thoughts, a lot of introspection regarding spirit, a lot of questions in your mind, hunches, and this is telling you, yes, there is, the spirit in the sky exists. Things that are unseen and unknown sometimes are to be trusted even internally, personally for us. And this card, I'll be real. The drum and the arrow, this card from the deck has been a repetitive card. So this card comes to you guys, Aries, the arrow, asking you guys to protect yourself, surround yourself with protective energies and resources, of course, crystals, and just an overall, conscious, active mindset that will, let it firmly be known that you are, as you are, nothing to be messed with, right? This is saying that, of course, there could be some strife, some conflict, people coming at you. And the arrow, of course, is whole. There's a broken arrow card in this deck as well that signifies laying down the weapons. But this is saying that there could be conflict, could be, some type of situation to protect yourself in, all ways. Okay. So just remember, surround yourself with protective energy and good vibes. And I guess your natural inclination being Aries, of course, I don't have to tell you, you are ready to defend yourself at all costs, but just be careful and blessings will come your way, guys. I feel like a lot of cattiness will come your way. It's just not worth it because you guys are too on the up and up for this period of time. Trust in intuition, trust your inner guidance. And this next card backs that up, the wise one, asking us to grow in this ancient wisdom with our current situation in mind, of course. So, this wise one taps into everything that is, universal, everything that is connected in this web. And therefore, this ancient knowledge, knowing everything is connected, knows when to fight, defend, or back down. And so I think right now, digging into your personal situation, whatever the scenario is, it's a general reading, different for everyone. But, the owl is on your shoulder. The wisdom is there for you to have at your beckoning call when you look, dig deep, right? So this is asking you to look seriously at the current situations that you face. And is anything worth your fight? Is anything worth, coming to battle at the challenges that are being perhaps placed before you, right? There is something, I want to say, in offering wisdom to peace. And yes, this is the image that is actually on the card deck itself. I love this card. This to me is an additional confirmation for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is the Animal Guardian card, and it symbolizes you can trust your instincts. You can trust that, you know, knowing, just as the animals do in the animal kingdom, that leads them sometimes to do very important things. For instance, the period of time, the light of the moon can lead, animals out of their chrysalis, out of, their place of hiding in order for them to procreate, that type of thing. So when you get this card, it's just a confirmation that you can trust in what you have been, internally pondering and really feeling on your own, with that knowing, that intuition, that psychic vibration. And here I'm already noticing some synchronicities. A lot of these readings I've been doing for the signs this month have had a lot of dualities and just maybe even triple, quadruple meanings and symbols. I noticed there is another owl right behind the animal guardian, right? And in the card before this, of course, the wise one had one as well, symbolizing just really truth and wisdom, and this, elevation of being mature and, able to actually lead like a village. You're able to give people good pieces of advice that you've gone through, Aries. And this one is beautiful. This is the Mirror Guardian, which probably is my favorite card in the deck. This speaks about, seeing yourself for the internal, pure of heart beauty that you are, and that the angels and the heavens and, the creator looks at and sees within you. So this asks you to see yourself as that Christ consciousness, as someone who walks with truth, walks with love, walks with the open heart, and is pure and beautiful. And the way in which you are received and are accepted and loved, which is overwhelming and, unimaginable for us here on the physical. Once you cross over and meet the divine source, you can call it what you like, namaste, God, universal love, the creator, anything that resonates with you. This is asking you to see yourself as that embodiment, is that pure of, soul being that you are. And this is beautiful. This is the card, the Hunter, in this deck. Again, this is a very, Aries energy card, just like the arrow. This is asking you to be aggressive in hunting down your fears and your desires. So going after, what you desire and what you really want, what, the first card was asking you to do, really hone down in on the truth of what you want and desire and get it. And this is also asking you to conquer, track down and hunt, like a, predator would, the fears that you may have that are holding you back, perhaps, in obtaining what you really truly want. So, this is an energy, a card that is, again, really indicative of what areas you can do. You can be aggressive in the manner of, hunting down both what you want and then also conquering fears and just going for it, which you're good at taking a leap. So here we have the first card out of the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. This is gorgeous. This also is an very Aries energy. This is the Knight of Candles. In this deck, the candles are wands. So Knight of Wands, fire energy. Speaking of being fearless, and the knight comes charging in, very brave. So it is asking you to keep that aura, that energy going as far as conquering any fears again, or anything that you want to go out and obtain. I feel as if it's action oriented. This reading is letting me know that it is definitely something that is going to occur for you, that you are going to charge in for, if you want to leap forward. I feel that you can make a lot of strides. You can make up for a lot of lost time, just similar to the Virgo energy reading, but definitely. Oh, and here another card that keeps on coming up. This in this deck, potions, is cups. So this is the King of Cups or King of Potions in this deck. It is to me reading that there is a heavy energy and a spiritual, but not only spiritual, a very healing and purging type of energy, very emotional. It might be emotionally gripping for you. I know that this might be a sensitive time. Your opposite in the zodiac is Libra. This is Libra season. I think a lot of things for us all are coming up to the surface that are very emotional and may catch us off guard. So I'm reading, for at least your reading here, the King of Cups or King of Potions in this deck is, just a forewarning, or just letting you know some of those, conflicts or battles that may be coming at you. As the card earlier indicated, it may bring up some emotions that, of course, rather than just anger, you may be feeling sad. And yes, of course, this is a confirmation here. Just another message for you to try to remain as detached as you can emotionally while, you are going through anything in Libra season. So this is the Page of Swords in most decks, the Page of Needles. Needles are swords in this deck, and it's the air sign quality of that detachment or drama or any kind of, really pettiness that can get people wrapped up, that type of energy. But it's, right now when this card comes to you, it is a message of energy letting you know you can actually, you know, totally debunk or totally dispel or just push away any kind of nonsense that doesn't, really resonate with anything you have going on or would benefit you, and your energy level to get involved in. So just a warning to, keep up with your passion, keep up with your, action oriented, manifestation, all that, but don't get wrapped up in things that don't deserve, that don't deserve your time. And here we go on to the Lady Goddess deck by Anne Shen. So Hathor is the Egyptian goddess of joy and fertility. So you will be absolutely fertile in bringing new creation as a fire sign. This is easily generated for you when you put that will behind it. And so a joyful approach, not paying any mind to any kind of conflict, but do working on, healing and things that bring joy about, which healing and, dispelling any kind of thing that does not serve you in a positive way, hence any kind of drama coming your way, it will be, best interest for you to be of the joyous, you know, airy side that you are, laughing and taking, care in yourself. This is beautiful. This is Rand. This is Celtic goddess, and this is all about focusing on getting things done, right? And not letting things distract you, which, can be the case with some other conflicts or anything else that is going down in the world around you or in the, actual world that would deter you from obtaining your goals, from manifesting the abundance that you deserve. And so focusing now is a message from spirit letting you know that this power, these lady goddess energies coming through is, giving you messages of strength. And in this case, it is that you will have the strength to focus to get through. And this is the goddess of emotion, water, and is goddess Sedna, speaking of cleansing. So cleanse your emotions, right? It's talking about purging. Water is a very healing and cleansing source. It can run deep, and symbolize, of course, the water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, being very emotional, but also able to express emotions in a way sometimes that drives people to understand the depths of pain and sorrow are, something that water signs can understand. So this is asking you to cleanse yourself by, letting yourself feel, let it yourself let the waters run over you as far as if you need anything, modality of any kind, including just taking time on your own, baths and all the things that can relax you, aromatherapy, candles, things like that, talking to somebody who's been there, done that, and knows how you're feeling and can validate with you without gaslighting, without making you feel as if this is a burden. That is what this card is asking you guys to do. Beautiful 3 cards to get from this new deck. I just love Anshin's, and we'll move on to the spirit animal shaman oracle cards. And potentially, I'm sure they will have a lot of synchronicities with the other cards. I've been enjoying that. So first card here is the deer. And in this deck, symbolizing purity of love, it says to be good to yourself and to understand that you are the pure essence of love, a synchronicity, just like the other card, the mirror guardian asking you to see yourself as the spirit world does, as a beautiful, pure form of love and only love, right? What's in your Holy Spirit or your soul, inside your self, your higher self, is that which doesn't know strife or conflict or anger, right? So this is really a reading asking you to dip down into that power that you have to obtain that fiery love, that very, very helpful. And I'll give the shirt off of my back to those that I love and very loyal in the way in which you do this, Aries. So the deer card comes to you in the form of, right, a power animal or animal totem energy you can use for Libra season. Speaking of the essence of love, how powerful love can be when you can give it freely without expectations, right? Which is hard to do. However, it is, of, again, the Buddhist way, or anybody that has ever walked as an ascended master with love and attention. And here we go. This is the spirit of the grizzly bear, speaking of omnipotent power. So, of course, as you picture the grizzly bear being incredibly dangerous to, those that are everywhere. They're almost like the king of the jungle, but in the, Pacific West Forest and things like that. This is overwhelming power that you have and you can harness and you can use to the best of your benefit. You are able to, be both loving, of course, as you are, Aries, this season, which you can exude in an abundance and see yourself again as the, beautiful divine does. However, know that when you show love, you don't have to back down, and you know that as a recipe, but just a reminder, maybe you need to be reminded this season. And nice. This is the card of the coyote in this deck. This is the revealer of truth. And this speaks to me right now in this reading that you will be shown something and or are ready to put the pieces together on, again, something you were having a intuitive notion about. So perhaps you're going to be the whistleblower for a good reason because it's the right thing to do. Maybe somebody will come to you with something that is a revelation that you needed to understand in order to take the next leg of your journey and make the right decisions, take that action, that, power within you to see the beauty and self-love in order to perhaps get over obstacles in a relationship or leave something that is just not doing any good for you. So I feel as if the truth to this situation will be revealed, even if it is something of a trauma that is working up to the surface and you need to acknowledge, right, in order to heal. So these cards are cute. Just the end of the reading, it's a Therapets deck. This reminds you that we all feel like trash sometimes. It says just because you feel like trash, which a lot of us have lately, right? Ups and downs, doesn't mean that you are trash. Even if that leads you to a point of assuming that other people are putting or casting judgment on you, even if they are. Just because they make you feel like it or you feel like trash doesn't mean that you are. You have to know that, even if you don't admit it at your lowest moments, if you do feel like that, if a relationship or family makes you feel like that, of course, it's irrelevant. It's not who you are. It's a message, I'm sure, for all of us throughout the COVID thing. Sometimes it feels like terrible feelings will never end, but it's important to remember and hold on to the fact that we need to wait it out because it never lasts, right? It's important to hold on and wait it out because it never lasts. That's so important to be reminded and remind everyone around you and vice versa. And I'll continue to do that because we all need support and encouragement, especially through these really unpredictable, maybe unexpected, changed times that we all face as a literal global society, not just a community around us in the interim. This is a lovely message. This is my favorite out of all of the readings. All these cards are very nice. So this is encouraging. It says you have been doing a fabulous, a great job considering all that you've been up against. So, definitely a message for somebody out there. And a lot of us, of course, could hear this as well. It's been rough. So, again, you've been doing a great job considering all you've been up against. That is a message from spirit. This is like the cutest deck. I love it. Even if it's cheesy, the Therapets, it's like animal therapy kind of positive affirmation cards, and they're just adorable. So it's just letting me know if you have been up against, a lot of conflict or will be, if you have people or, situations that are just challenging to get through, medical or financial or otherwise, you've been facing a lot and you've really truly you need to be given some sort of accolades, from spirit. And this is the message to you if you're listening to this. So it says, you know what? It's all going to work out fine. And I saw an actual German Shepherd today as I did yoga before doing this reading. So that's a synchronicity right there. You guys, this is the end of the reading. I bless you. I thank you. Send you nothing but love and light and positive vibes to get through Libra season. And hopefully I'll do this next